Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share a little upgrade that I did on my SUV. I've been wanting to do this for a while and I was finally able to get it done a couple weeks ago. I would have filmed what I did in its entirety. However, it was my son-in-law actually did the work, and it was a really windy day. We were parked out in front of his house on the street, next to the street, and there was a lot of road noise. So I didn't take the opportunity to actually film the install. But let me show you what I did. I now have shore power. I'm super excited about this. This is going to make a lot of things much easier for me. Just briefly, I'm going to talk about what we did here. This was a 2-inch hole we made into the side of the quarter panel with a 2-inch boring saw. And then we used a boring tool to get the little pieces of metal that were little snags that were on there. The access came in. I have back here, this is a 2008 Ford Escape, and I have back here a little panel that goes all the way down to the bottom. And that panel, we had the bed pulled out, and that panel was popped off, and it was really super easy to get the cord through and into the vehicle. We did cut out we drilled a little hole, well, like a, chiseled out a little piece for the cord to sit in snugly so that the panel could be closed. The panel itself wasn't really damaged, and there's nothing back there, so I'm not too concerned about it. But this is kind of a little lifesaver for me for a lot of reasons that I'll get into. I ended up running. It's a 12-foot cord on the outlet. It's a NOCO outlet, and it's a 12-foot cord. I ended up running it, and then we attached it here. You can see these little things. There's like 4 of them. And I took it up around the front because then that allows me to plug into this, which is normally plugged into the back of my large Bluetti. So I just can go back and forth between the Bluetti and the shore power outlet and whenever as needed. But now I have both my Bluettis plugged into that. And the reason for that is because I'm house sitting and I have a little freezer here full of my Buddy's dog food that I make. And I also have my big refrigerator. I do this because I make most of my food from scratch. So you can see this, the freezer is full, homemade bread, etc. This is partially full. I took some things into the house, but anyway, this is super convenient. I like the option of having shore power also for when I'm out on the road camping. I'm going to be in Utah this summer, and I do have an electric site there for 1 or 2 days. I'm likely, because it's going to be summer and in Utah, a lot of that's desert and mountains. But anyway, I'm going to not really need it, but I got it just for the heck of it. And, why not? It was like $7 more to get an electric campsite for tents. Anyway, I just want to share this with you because this could be a game changer for a lot of people. Whether you're a full-timer or a part-timer like myself as a nomad, having the joy of just being able to stop at a friend's house, plug in, charge up your power stations. I know of some people that in parking garages, they've found outlets where they could just, they park there overnight and they can charge their power stations also that way. So there's a lot of perks to having shore power. A lot of RV parks don't let, if you're not fully self-contained, even if, they don't let you camp there, but there's some out there. There's some some RV parks at will, and you know, just to have to, you know, wherever you're going to be traveling to, you just need to do your homework, you know, do your research and see if you're in an SUV or a minivan or whatnot, if you can park there and use the electricity. You have to pay extra. Always those sites are a little extra. I did pay, like I said, a little bit extra for the site that I reserved in Utah. I am going to be in Utah this summer. You're going to get some great video out of that, I hope. I'm going to be there no less than 2 weeks, possibly a month and a half. It depends how hot it gets. It also depends on my health. You know, if I'm not feeling well, then I'm going to have to head back to my home base. But I wanted to really just kind of share this with you, the option. And if you're looking to find out how I did it, honestly, just go and look up if it's something you want to do in your own minivan or SUV or even your van. Just look how to install shore power in a van. It's exactly what I did. I watched, like, I don't know, maybe 10-15 videos, and I took them all together and got what I needed out of it. And this process took us about an hour and a half total. And the reason it was a little extra longer is because I had my son-in-law paint the raw metal where he cut the hole, and we had to wait for that to dry because I didn't wanted to try and prevent us, you know, rusting. I live in the desert, but still, it doesn't mean we don't get rust. But I didn't want exposed metal, even though it's going to be behind that was going to be behind the plug. I still wanted that, and I thought it was a smart thing to do. All right, well, that's all for now. I just wanted to share, you know, my latest upgrade to my SUV. This has been a fun thing to share with you guys, and I'm looking forward to more things coming up here soon. I'm probably going to start my travels the first weekend in June, and I will be probably to the end of July, definitely to the end of July, and maybe into first couple weeks of August. All right, well, there you go. Shore power in my SUV. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, it would mean so much to me if you would. And definitely hit that little bell for a notification for when my next video comes out. And more importantly, I just want to say thanks for detouring with Donna. Have a great day.